going to Today I'm going to tell you about how to create directives. There are two types of directives: normal directive and structured directive. So first of all, we'll understand what is normal directive. Then we'll understand what is structural directive, and we are going to create our own directives today. Okay. For example, this is also one directive. So this is also one directive. NG class is one directive, which is predefined directive. Now I would like to provide a custom directive. Okay, to provide custom directive, let us look at it. How to create a custom directive means how to create a custom directive means it's very simple. Okay, let us go to, yeah, here in the terminal. What you can do here, ng generate, instead of component, directive. So make it D. Ng generate directive name, red color directive. Say, let us say red color. I'm going to say red color background. Just for I want to create a very simple directive, red color background. Okay, red color background. So we have created this one. Yeah, let me and check it out. Red color, see here. And what I will do, red color direct, yeah, this is sample directive, this is red color directive, this is red color directive. One second guys, I just ask people to red color background. So this is going to be the red color background directive. And another one is what, app component. Now I would like to use this red color background. So to use this red color background, what is the name that we have? This is a reference. Using this reference, we have to use it. Okay, let's look at it, guys. I just want to use this where I would like to apply in the app component. What you can do is you can apply, instead of this directive, I would like to apply this directive. Yeah, just it. I don't need to provide any value, just I'm applying this directive to this tag. See here guys, I have created the directive and then I have provided it. Now how can you confirm that this directive is going to be called further the P? Okay, you can go to directive class, you can go to directive class, red color directive class is there, right? Yeah, if you open here and then go to the constructor. Now console.log. Okay, say we are in red color background directive. Just look at it guys, so that automatically it is going to get called. Yeah, we have to go to browser, one of the browser, and then we'll create it. Localhost 4300. So I open this and then inspect, go to the console. You can see, yeah, we are in red color background. If you see here guys, the directive is called we are in red color background directive. Okay, so this is going to be called. Okay, if you, yeah, let us look at it guys. If you remove it, if I remove it, then the directive is not going to get called. Okay, let us check it out. This is going to get restarted, right? Yeah, see here. Okay, the red color background related stuff is not executed, so there is no method. So whenever you call that particular directive, then it is going to get called. Okay, now what I will do is I'm going to provide two things. This is hello, how are you? I'm fine. I have two piece. This is one. This is one particular okay paragraph. This is also one another paragraph. We have two paragraphs are available. We have applied two times so that two objects are created. Two directive objects are created. Okay, one object for this particular p and one another object for this p. How many times it is going to call, that many objects are going to be created separately. Okay, you have to remember that. Okay, multiple objects are going to get created if you use multiple times same directive. Okay, what is the use? I'm going to what is the name here? Red color background, right? Yeah, so let us come to here now. uh, Here I'm going to take div for example. Okay, just for understanding, to understand this easily, I want to take paragraph p. I want to take division div object. If I take paragraph p, if I take paragraph p, okay, if I take paragraph p and directive and division div, the two paragraphs are available, right? Okay, when you have these two paragraphs, one paragraph and one div, right? We are applying this directive for p tag, guys, once. Okay, so we have paragraph and then div, right? Now we have applied this particular directive to p tag. Okay, now this is applying to div tag. Now what it is going to do is, whenever you are applying this one, this directive is applied to which tag p. So p tag we can get it here by using a reference, element reference. Element reference. If I take this one, what it is going to get injected while object is creating for this class, for this directive, then element object is going to be provided. Okay, now we'll check it out. When object is creating for this okay, when we are applying here this attribute, this directive is applying to tag p. When we are applying this thing for p, because of for one instance, it is going to create one instance for this. This is going to create another instance for this. When it is creating instance for this, what it is going to do is, this p reference is going to be provided to the private constructor. When it is creating instance for this div, then div reference is going to be provided to okay here. So that two instances will be created because we are using we are using this directive two times. Now this dot element dot, what I will do is, let us look at it, guys. This dot element dot native element, meaning that HTML element. Here we can say native element, we can say background color, bg color, we can say bg color, background color, okay, or border or background color, we can take it element. And native element dot, you can use the property of this element. Okay, maybe like I'm going to say, let us go to the Google and then we'll check. Okay, so what is the paragraph HTML, okay, attributes and attributes are different, attributes and DOM properties. Yeah, you can go to here and you can check it out, what are the different attributes are available. You can use those attributes and you can use them, guys. So let us come to here. Is there any attributes are provided here? Okay, no, we need attributes. HTML inner property attributes. Otherwise just provide HTML Okay, we have to provide tag name, right? HTML paragraph. So already provided, right? Paragraph HTML attributes. Yeah. Provide it. Just HTML attributes. Okay, we'll check it. So whatever I am searching for is useful for you. Even you need to search it when you are okay working in the next step. Mm-hmm. Okay, attributes. 1 second, guys. We are looking for no here. These are the element references. No, I am looking for attribute list. Attribute list. Okay, every time it is taking to the same page. Sheet. Okay, these are the different attributes available, right? These are the different attributes. We are going to use this attribute actually, attributes and then DOM properties. We'll be using DOM properties or something like this. Okay, so what I can do is I'm going to show you one thing. So first, I'm going to show you one particular thing. Let me style. Okay, let us use style. Yeah, you may provide see here guys, native element dot style. See here guys, style is a property, right? Attribute, and you can provide style for this. Okay, you can apply the style, means whatever element we are getting. So this directive is applying to which element, that element object we are going to get. For that element object, what we are using, this dot element dot native element dot style dot, what is this? Okay, uh, style. You can apply the style, whatever style you want. Let us apply CSS style, right? Background color. Okay, you can, if you don't want to miss spellings and all, you can go to any, this one. This is background color, right? This is how we have to provide style. Okay, go to here and then provide it. See, background color, some color name I have provided, or we need to provide background color red, right? Provide red. Okay, so that this style is going to be applied to native element of element. Element is nothing but tag on which we have applied this directive. Okay, now check it out. So what happened now? Yeah, so this is paragraph and this is what div. Background color we have applied p. So now you can apply this particular code, this particular directive. Now you can reuse, of course this is very, of course we are going to use this. uh, this is very basic one, we don't use such kind of directives actually, but yeah, applying background color, you can take this one, you can take this directive and you can apply any tag, like div. Is there any div span? Let us take span. This is span. For this also you can apply the same directive. and you can see, yeah, see here, this is going to be the span. What happened? This span is also having directive. So now you are going to get this element, and then this, what this directive is going to do, this directive will take this element and then it is going to apply red color. Now I will do one another thing, guys. I want to create another component which is clever component, which is bit clever one. In which way it is clever means, I want to provide some div. The color, I would like to choose the color. Okay, whoever writing this tag, that person has to choose the color. Here if I apply it, it is going to give you red color. That's it. I don't want this red color. I want to color directory, color directory, color directory. You can provide some green. Yeah, of course. Directive, color directive. I would like to create one color directive. That color directive should accept green. If I provide green, then the content, the background color will be, okay, background color, color div green. Okay, it has to be in green. The same directive, I am going to provide blue, then it has to become blue, meaning that this kind of directive we have to create. But right now there is no such kind of directive. We need to create our custom directive, so that you can use this directive along with this div. Okay, along with this div. Okay, now, yeah, this is more like sending values to this directive, input values. We have to use this directive, and then we have to use this particular, okay, value we need to pass. Okay, let us look at it, guys. To develop this kind of custom directive, what I can do is, first let us go to ng generate directive, color directive. Okay, we can say color directive. I'm going to remove this for now. Just remove these things, but I just want to, I have shown you how it should be. Okay, now once we have created the color directive, we have to do something else. The first thing that we need to do is, I need to provide here, previously we are applying just a directive. Now we need to apply the directive as well as I need to provide some data into it. I have to provide some data into it. Fine. Okay, let us go to the code. Let us go to the code. Let us go to the code. Color directive. Here, now this directive is app directive. Okay, we are going to, we have to, okay, here we have to use like this, and then it has to accept some value to provide. To accept a value to this, okay, to accept the value to this, what we can do is, this is div, this is another div. We have two divs are available, right? Okay, now we need to apply the directive to this, and it has to accept some value. I'm going to take a variable, okay, variable color, and what you can say at the rate input, provide at the rate input. Because of at the rate input, same thing how we have taken in component in the directive, also we can take at the rate input. And for this color, what you can do is you can apply something like this. See here guys, how can you apply? First one is what? Directive. Okay, better I will do one thing guys. Okay, now if I open both the things, you people can understand easily. Okay, now see, I'm going to apply here div, apply div, and what is the color? You can apply color property binding. Okay, input value you provided inside this, you are property binding. This can be called as property binding. Input, you are providing input. What I can provide? Red. Of course, if you are providing directly this one, when you are providing this color red, what is this meaning guys? This is something like what? It is looking like property, because it should be a property. Okay, one second. Okay, so we have to provide a property, or if you want to provide string, how to provide it? You can provide like this, or even you can provide like this also. This is also fine. You can provide brackets, and inside this you have to provide, yeah. Even you can provide this also. Okay, yeah. However you want, you can provide. Now you are providing red, and you are providing to this color. Okay, you are applying this red to this color property. Okay, let us look at it. Now our goal is whatever color we are providing, this color should be, yeah, here green we are providing, right? Provide green here. Okay, if I want to provide, this is green color it is saying, so provide green color for this. So green property is going to be injected. Remember life cycle hooks here. Remember life cycle hooks. The same life cycle hooks are going to apply to this directive also. This color is going to be applied when? At the time of constructor, or at the time of when? Okay, so now here I'm going to use private element ref. So this element reference, this is the element. Now we are using here, this is going to be the element reference. We are going to get it. We are going to get this element reference to this. We are going to provide element reference to it. This particular element ref, this dot element ref. Okay, otherwise now if I, yeah, let us look at it. Element ref equal to, I'm going to provide this dot. Okay, element ref dot, okay, native element dot style, right? We have applied style. I want to apply style. What is the style that I have to apply? Okay, one second guys, one second. Fine. Yeah, so we are providing values right now. You can provide, yeah, what is the style I have to provide here? I have to provide background color. Yeah, what I need to provide? Background color. So in the previous example we have taken, what is the example we have taken? Red color background. Okay, red color background we have taken, right? The same background color equal to, we can provide this kind of, okay, you can provide this one. Now instead of red, what we need to provide? We need to provide this color. Okay, this we need to provide the color. Okay, so how can we apply the value here? Now the color I'm going to provide. See, yeah, now what I will do, this is dynamic value, this is dynamic value. This is dynamic value. Right, this dot element dot native element dot style, background color, and this dot color. So what is this basically? Now we need to provide this background color. Now what is the background color here actually? What is the background color? The color, this value is going to come from input, right? Yeah. For now, what I will do is I'm going to provide something like here blue. Provide something like blue. See here what happens. Here I'm providing blue. Let's look at it. What happens here now? See, it is coming color blue. Color blue. Yeah, can you please tell me why this color is coming blue? Why this is actually we are assigning value? Yeah, we are assigning value. Try to recall the concept, yesterday's concept, and life cycle hooks. You can understand this. We are providing green value to this property. Yeah, but initially we are setting this blue. Why this color is coming blue? Why can't this value is assigning to this? Because we are injecting value here, right? Why it is not provided? Yeah, can anyone guess, and then can anyone give the answer for this? Okay, this is related to life cycle hooks. Yes, good, very good, very good. Constructor will execute first. Constructor will execute first. Okay, constructor will execute first. So after that, this value is going to get executed. That's why instead of taking constructor, we'll use implements 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 ng on init. Ng init. Okay, on init. Okay. On init, the method name is going to be ng on init. Fine. Now instead of writing this code in this constructor, provide this code here. Provide this code here. Now let's look at it. Yes, it became green color. It became green color. Here guys, the same thing happened in the component also. Same things also happens in the component also. Why? Because we are providing this value. We are this value is going to be assigned after the constructor. After the constructor, initially the value will be blue. If I write this code inside the constructor, it is going to display blue. If I provide ng on it, by the time of this method is getting executed, this value is assigned to this color blue. So that's why this is going to become color, green. If I provide green, if I provide blue, see here now, if I provide blue, it is going to become blue color. Yeah, it is going to become blue color. If you provide some other colors, yellow, this is going to become yellow color. Now this is a directive, and for this directive, this is the property. These are the properties. Fine guys, these are the properties. How we are doing it? We are doing it by using, see here guys, ng element. Okay, native element, style something like this. Okay, I'm going to show you few other examples using the same this dot element dot native element. You can apply any style. You can apply any styles on this. Okay, you can apply not only the properties, you can apply even events also. You can apply some events also. You can apply some events also. You can apply some events also. Okay, ng on init, ng on init, right? Yeah. Now let us go to something like other things, guys. Let us provide some actions also, some actions. If you click on something, if you click on this event, now I want to provide this one more event I would like to provide. I would like to do something, guys. Some events I want to provide. I am providing the property right here. I am providing property right. For the directive, you can apply even events also. You can apply some events. Okay, how can we apply events? See, let us look at it. Multiple lines. Okay, if you want to provide multiple lines, yeah, see, provide semicolon. This is one. Okay, after semicolon, border color. Yeah, maybe like go to any CSS examples. I want to apply these two things also. Let's look at it. Otherwise, first without dynamic, I'm going to show you. Same thing. I need to write a string which contains this information. Okay, let us look at it now. So what is the color? We have this is border solid. Yeah, we can provide, we test it. See, solid and border color is red. Background color is this one. Just look at it, guys. If you provide like this, how it is going to display. So it is going to apply the files. Okay, okay, fine, guys. Okay, style, right? Okay, we'll do one thing. We'll do if you want to provide style, it is not applied. Come here. What's the wrong? We'll check it out. Okay, double equals to we have provided. Provide single something back. Yeah. See here, guys. This is background color and border color. We have taken like this. So you can apply multiple. Okay, you can apply multiple styles like this using style equal to. You can apply like this. Okay. So now the same way you can apply class also. Okay, class. You can apply class native element dot. You can take the class name. You can write the class. Okay. You can go to, you can, if you have some classes, and you can provide the classes also. Okay, let it be before going to the classes and all. Now try to provide. Okay, change color. Okay, change color. Change color. Okay, what I will do is I'm going to write one action. I'm going to write one action. Background color, I'm going to provide something called green. See, green. What is that meaning? When yeah, if this action, I have provided action within the directive, I would like to call this action when user clicks on this directive. Okay, clicks on this directive, clicks on this directive. Okay, where is that? HTML. Okay, I have to provide like this. But something, okay, if I provide, okay, change color is there, right? Yeah, try to provide this change color. Okay, so this is going, this is giving some error, right? Then how can we handle such kind of things? Okay, so now it is not possible here. Why? Because this is meaning is change color method is okay. Something okay. Yeah, let us say I want to provide. I need this requirement. If I say click, then I want to add like this, but it is not possible like this. Why? Because if you observe carefully, what is the method I have here? This method is related to property, and then okay, this related to this method is related to this method is available inside the directive, but we are writing code inside the app component. Inside the app component, we are calling div. We are calling div. Okay, click, change color. Okay, fine, change color. Whenever you say click, this is going to be something like change color. Now, this is not possible. It is not possible, but whenever we click on that, I would like to execute this logic. Whenever a user clicks on this div, okay, clicks on this div, I want to execute this logic. To get executed, we have to use something called, okay, other mechanisms. I would like to use something called host binding. Host binding. Yeah, at the rate host binding, host binding, or host listener. There is something called host listener. Let us look at it. Host listener, I'm going to provide click. Let us look at it, guys. Host listener click. Meaning that what? If anybody clicks on this, if anybody clicks on the element, this method is going to be called. Yeah, let us look at it, guys. What happens now? Just check it out. Yeah, see here what happened here. The color became green. So events, if you want to provide some events, okay, whoever using this directive means which element is using this directive, okay, for that directive elements will be applied. If you click on this one, what is the logic you want to execute? If you want to double click, okay, or I want to provide double click, if you double click it, it has to become, the color has to become something brown. It has to become brown. Double click it. Okay, let's look at it, guys. I'm going to provide another event, and host listener. Host listener means what? Listening means what? It is going to listen for the events. Host listener. Host listener. Who is the listener here? This is going to be something like listener, and click, db click. Take like db click. Means whenever we double click on it, the color is going to become brown. Oh, it has taken, it is not taking double click. Okay, maybe like dbl click or something. Okay, yes, dbl click. That event name is what? dbl click. When dbl click happens, then this method is going to execute it. All right, the same way, when I mouse move, then it has to become yellow. Mouse move, I'm not going to click, I'm not going to double click, but I just mouse move on particular element, then I want to execute some logic. So that is yellow. It has to become yellow. So change color to yellow. Change color to yellow. The same code I'm going to take. Let us make it color yellow. Host listener, change color to yellow. Change color to yellow. Host listener yellow. What is this, guys? This is going to be change color to yellow. This element dot native element dot style border style and solid border color red, and this is going to be something like, yeah, this dot element dot native element dot border style dot, okay, this is going to be something, yeah, change yellow. Okay, now, oh, listener yellow, it's not yellow. Oh, what is that? Event, I need to write event. Who's listener? What event we have to write? What event? Mouse move. Sorry guys, mouse move. When mouse moves, this method is going to get executed. Yeah, let's look at it. Yeah, see here, I'm not saying, if I say single click, yellow, oh, sorry, green, double click, brown, double click, brown. See how it is going to work, I'm going to tell you. See, you don't need to bind the methods. You don't need to bind the methods. Method names can be anything. Okay, the doubt is, okay, in the HTML we are not saying any name, right? Yeah, see here, I have written what are the different methods: change color method, change color to brown, change color to yellow. All these methods I have created, I have provided. But here in this div, I did not provide any methods here. I did not provide on click, I did not provide anything. These methods are implicit. By default, these methods will be available. These methods are executed if you click or double click of your mouse move, whatever event. For any event, you can write one method. Only directive and properties needs to be provided. That's it. You don't need to provide the method names and all. All these events are available in this directive. Events are available. So on click, then this is going to be executed. On double click, this is going to get executed. On mouse move, this is going to get executed. And on mouse out, it has to become white color. Mouse out, it has to become white color. Yeah, see here, I just want to background color is white. When mouse out, yeah, see here, I'm, yeah, let's, yeah, come out white color, go yellow, come out yellow. See here guys, if I click on that, green, double click on, okay, double click on this, brown. If I mouse out, okay, this is going to become, okay, background color is, okay, white color. Okay, that's how it is going to work, guys. Okay, it has to work on that. Okay, change color to white. This will be, okay, host listener, mouse out, host listener, this one. Okay, so these are the actions. You can write any actions, guys. You can write any actions, and there are so many. Okay, mainly this native element dot style is going to be helpful, guys. Using this style, you can apply any kind of styles. Okay, and of course we have some other properties also, but better using style you can apply anything. Okay, yeah, this dot element dot native element dot style, or okay, it will be like this. Okay, and then actions are going to be provided. Actions are going to be provided. Somebody annotated, can you remove the annotations? What directive is doing? So you can apply the same directive to anybody, any element. The same logic, if you have same logic for other elements, what you can do? You can go to HTML. You can, yeah, I want to apply this one. Initially, color, I'm going to provide, yeah, I did not take this color, right? Even you can use this color also. Okay, just provide app color directive. And if I provide this, same functionality is going to be applied for this also. That is going to be the reusability. What is the difference between component and the directive is? What is the difference between component and the directive is? That is, component and directive is, component contains HTML, CSS, and class, but directive contains only, yes, we can use anywhere. Okay, see the directive, yeah, I will show you guys. I will show you, no problem. But example, ng style. Okay, I want to provide okay, kind of logics like I'll show you guys. Okay, this is the directive. I will show you where we can apply these directives. I will open the project and I will show you. But before going to that, I just want to tell you another type of directive. This is normal directive, and then structural directive. Another one is structural directive. Okay, what is structural directive? Structural directives have its element. Okay, extra element will be extra HTML element will be available. Just I will show you here. If I apply something ng if star ng if, which star ng, whenever you say star, which directive starts with star, that can be called as structural directives, guys. They can be called as structural directives. Okay, if I use ng if, okay, ng if 1 double equals to 1, just for example, hello, I'm in structural directive, right? Let us go and inspect. Inspect the element. Whenever whatever structure that we have taken, see what is that? It has some directive, right? We have some directive, right? And actually internally it is going to have some exact values over there. There will be, it will take some extra content. It will contain some extra content. Okay, so for that they can be called as structural. I will show off structural directives. Can you please tell me, guys, what are the structural directives examples? Yeah, what are the structural examples of structural directives? Which starts with a star? Which starts with a star? Just I will show you the examples first. What are the different structural directives that we have used? NG, if, yeah, just can you please ping me, guys? NG for, we have used NG if, NG for, NG case, we have used those things, right? Yeah, right. Which things are starts with star? Which directives are starts with star? They can be called as structural directives. Fine, yeah. Okay. Now you have to know the difference between structural directive and these directives. Okay. The only difference that I am giving you what? Which directive starts with the star, they can be called as structural directive. Remember that difference. And when we come to the, okay, when we come to structural directives, how to create structural directives and how to use them. Okay. There will be, okay, discussing more about it. But you know, what are the different structural directives that we have used? NGIF, NGFAR. Mainly we have used these two things, right? Most of the places we have used NGIF and NGFAR. Yes. Okay. We'll come to that structural directives after finishing this one, guys. Now, I would like to tell you one another point related to this directives. Okay, this directive. How we are using host listener, right? The same way we can use host binding also. There is another one, host binding, that can be called as host binding. Host binding. Yeah, I will show you what is host binding. Host binding is related to the property. Host binding is related to the property. Okay, host binding is related to the property. Host listener is related to event. Listener is related to event. Host binding is related to property. And what we have taken the property and then we have assigned it, right? Yeah, let's look at it. I just show you one example of host binding. This is a property. It is very easy. Okay, it is very easy to assign the values. Okay, see here, guys, it is very easy to assign the CSS classes or some, you know, properties. Yeah, just I'm going to take you one example. Host binding, host listener. Let us go to the host binding. Yes, see here, guys, this is a host binding. Style dot border. What is this? Something like border. Okay, it is going to be provided something like this. It's very simple, like host binding and then style name. Host listener contains what? Event name. This is contains what? Style dot border. Okay, let's see here, guys. Now what I will do is I'm going to create, instead of confusing with the same directive, let us create a okay, let us create it. ng generate component, ng generate not component, directive test host binding. Test host binding. Host listener is related to event. Host binding is related to property with style. Okay, now close all the things. I will open this one. I'm going to take a property. The properties may be like color. See here, guys, color. And for this color, I'm going to apply host binding. See here, host binding. Host binding, I need to provide, okay, style. Okay, style dot border or style dot background color. Background color. The style name. Style dot style name. Background color. So that if I provide value for this, okay, if I inject value for this red, then this element background color is going to become red. So I am going to say BG color. Yeah, just this property name can be anything. BG color. BG color. Style dot background color. Style dot background color. You see here, guys, what is this? This is going to be something like BG color. Where is this BG color? Yeah, let us go to the app component. Here I will take here at the top. What is the directive name? I'm going to take a paragraph. What is the name? This is the selector name, and apply this selector name and provide some text you can provide. I'm applying this one, and see here color. What is the property name available here in this property name available? BG color, right? Provide BG color equal to BG color, since it is not known property of P. Oh, okay. Yeah, see, we have provided like this, right? Yeah, so that is, and at the rate input provide like input BG color, it's not known property. Provide input. Okay. Okay, provide input. I have provided input and then host binding I have provided, right? Let us try it out. Or can I provide like this? I think, okay, let it be. And provide the color is going to be maybe like yellow. How it is going to looks like? App testing is not working, right? Okay, let it be. Okay, one second. It is background color. Background color. Actually, the property name may be different. Let us go to the here. Yeah, take this background color and provide background color and provide like this. Now test it out. Yes, see here, guys, it is coming up. Now the property. Yeah, see here, this is very simple. Now even we are not assigning it. We are not taking any element reference or nothing. We are not taking anything. But still it is happening. So how it is possible means because of this particular, if you see the constructor, nothing. We are not injecting any element reference also. I have taken a property called BG color, and then this is input property, so that we can assign the value for this. Whatever value is available, that value is going to be, value will be assigned to this property. Value will be assigned to this particular property. Automatically, this host binding is going to do what? It will take the value which is available inside this BG color, and it is going to assign it to this property. This style is going to apply to whom? This style is going to be applied to, okay, this style is going to be applied to element. Which element? Current element. Okay, now you may take another paragraph with app test binding, and you can say blue, so that now blue will be assigned to this property. blue is going to assign to this property. Okay, then here this property blue will be available here. The blue is going to assign to this style. This style is going to assign to the element. Which element? This directive is assigned to which element? This directive is assigned to this P. This element is assigned to this P. All right, this P is going to be okay provided to this particular one. Okay, that's how it is going to work, guys. Okay, from here, see here, we are applying this directive to this P. Ultimately, whatever styles we are applying, this is going to be applied to this P. Whatever events we are applying, ultimately it is going to apply to this one. Whatever tag you are using, that may not be P, that may be D also. That may be D, or that may be something else different. App text binding, BC color yellow. App text binding text, app text binding BC color blue. All right, yeah. This is going to something like this. This is app. Now we'll take another property, BC color border. Okay, you can say border or border, otherwise any other property, guys. And color, style dot color. Color means what is a text color? I want to focus on color, text color property. I want to get it from input. I want to get it from input, and then @host binding. For which style I want to bind this host is style dot color. If I say style dot color, this color is related to text color. You can refer Google all style.
Then
okay, style dot color is going to be applied to this property. Okay, now let us go to HTML. Okay, what is the property we have taken? Text color, right? Okay, take the text color, provide it. Text color is going to be yellow. Okay, now see here. Yeah, it has to restart. Blue, yellow, right? Oh, we have to provide some data, right? Blue background, yellow text. See, blue background, yellow text. So you can manipulate, you can provide these kind of logics. That may be style related logics, or that may be event related logics. Okay, event related logics. Okay, it will be applied. Okay, in real time I'm going to tell you one scenario, guys. If I move on this, okay, something tooltip I want to get it. I want to, yeah, if I move on this, then I have to display some tooltip. Okay, right? So such kind of things, wherever you want to display such kind of things, you can do. If I move on this, it has to be highlighted. It has to get highlighted, the text style or text. Okay, it has to highlight that. Directive may be highlight directive. If I use highlight directive, if I move on this, automatically the text is going to get highlighted. The highlighting logic is required throughout the application. So we are going to write directive. We are going to use the directive wherever okay you want to use it. Wherever you would like to use it, it will be useful over there. Okay, yeah.